Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I want us to consider why it is that Democrats are able to get away with the high levels of corruption that we're seeing. Okay, so we're hearing these hearings in the House. We got all these whistleblowers. It seems very obvious that there's a lot of corruption with the Bidens, but not just with the Bidens, with the all the Democrats, with all the bureaucracies. And the Republicans keep saying that it's at the high levels of these bureaucracies like the IRS, but it's not. Okay, it's not just at the high levels of these bureaucracies. It's throughout those entire agencies. Okay, so the thing I want us to really consider here is that both Democrats and the bureaucrats seem to have a lot of confidence that no matter what information comes out, it's not going to affect them. Okay, Democrats seem to have a lot of confidence that they're not going to lose power, and the bureaucrats have a lot of confidence that they're not going to lose their jobs, and they're not going to go to jail. We have to ask ourselves why that is the case, and the reason is because they know that nothing's going to change, right? The Democrats know that the people that vote for them are going to keep voting for them because of all the freebies and entitlements that they have been receiving. Okay, so essentially, the Democrats have been buying votes. They've set the system. They've been doing it for so long that it's really difficult to take those entitlements away at this point. Okay, because if Republicans even start talking about cutting back on welfare, putting people to work, I mean, they're going to be seen as being like anti-poor people or something. Okay, so the problem here is the fact that the people. The problem is not so much with the Democrat Party. The problem is more with the people that vote for Democrats because they have become accustomed to all of these freebies, and they're looking for more. Okay, so basically the student debt relief is the prime example. Okay, so how do you deal with this, right? So here's an example where the Democrats are trying to buy more votes with more freebies. And when the Republicans push back against it and say, "Hey, that's not fair to everybody else that either didn't take a loan or paid it back," because the Democrats really don't care whether that student debt relief passes or doesn't pass, as long as they're seen as trying to pass it. Because regardless of whether they pass it or don't pass it, they think that they can count on the votes of a lot of these like young socialist type of people. Okay, so the only way to counter this, right? The only way to counter this is to fight fire with fire. So the Republicans, when the Republicans try to stop the Democrat efforts, they look like bad guys. The way to effectively stop it, right, not just this particular item, but everything, is, for example, when the Democrats try to get student debt release, instead of telling them, no, you can't have that, you say, sure, you can have it, but we're going to tie to that mortgage relief or car loan relief. Okay, so you load it up with a bunch of other freebies for your constituents to the point where it's like completely unworkable. Okay, that's the way that you stop this. Okay, you don't stop it head on. You stop it by basically weighing it down. Okay, so that's the correct way to stop something like this, and that has to kind of become the mentality of the Republicans, because they keep trying to do it the wrong. The Republicans keep trying to kind of do the right thing. Okay, at least financially, and they keep coming across as the bad guy. At least that's how the Democrats are turning around and presenting them as the bad people. So instead of stopping them directly, they need to weigh down the Democrat efforts with such extra baggage that it just becomes unworkable. Okay, so those are my ideas on that. Please pass it around if you like the idea, and hopefully it will, the right people will hear it, because apparently they have not been able, Republicans have not been able to figure this out on their own. And I'm not saying that Republicans are good. I'm just saying that right now they're the only thing that we have to counter the Democrats, right? So that's the only weapon we have available to us. We have to use it, okay? So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you all soon.